See how many people get on. Oh, I forgot to write the little thing in the title. That's okay. Hello? Anybody gonna get on? There's someone. So tonight I'm talking about, do you know your purpose? Do you know your purpose? Are you on the right path? That's what Spirit wants me to say. Talk about tonight. See if some more people are gonna hop on. There we go. So before I discovered my purpose, Spirit was kind of giving me nudges. So if you're just hopping on, I'm talking about, do you know your purpose? Are you on the right track? Are you on the right path? Are you on the path you're supposed to be? I was not. And when you're not, the divine will give you a course correction. And I got a big one. Hi, if you're just hopping on, we're talking about, do you know your purpose? So I'm just kind of gonna get started. So I talked to Spirit, if you're not familiar, and Spirit wanted me to do a live and talk about, do you know your purpose? Are you on the right path? And I wasn't on the right path. So I was married for 30 years and thought I was on the right path. I was a mother, a wife, and thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And then Divine gave me a course correction and said, no, sorry, you're going this way. And before they give me the course correction, I was getting nudges from Spirit. And one of the things was, my husband and I were trying to downsize, and our plan was to spend most of the year on the coast and just start to enjoy life finally, right? Not be tied down with the things, and just to enjoy life. And a couple months before we were planning to really downsize and go to the coast and just spend time on the coast, I got a message. One day I was just sitting, we were in my camper. My husband was working for family, and so we were in our camper, and I heard Spirit say, actually just probably a couple weeks before my husband passed, I heard Spirit say to me, so you're going to go to the beach and you're going to spend time at the beach. Are you fulfilling your purpose? That's what I heard. And I was like, okay, where's that coming from? Right? Because at that time I still had no idea what was happening. And so I was continued to get little nudges like that. If you're not familiar with my story, I was with my husband for 32 years. And in September, my husband took his life. And that was my course correction because I was not fulfilling my purpose. So once again, if you're just hopping on, because I forgot to put it up in the title, I communicate with Spirit, and Spirit wanted me to do a live, and we're talking about tonight, are you on the right path and are you fulfilling your purpose? And so I was getting these nudges from Spirit, and I had really kind of been getting them for probably a year before my husband passed, but I was ignoring them, because it wasn't what I thought I wanted. Does that make sense? And so, yeah, so I was basically ignoring these nudges. Fast forward to my husband decided to take his life in September. And I was a mess, right? 32 years. I thought that we were going to grow old together. This was my purpose in life, was to be married forever. And that just was going to be my life. And I decided to come back to our apartment because, like I said, we were living in our camper. And I decided to come back to our apartment because this is the last place we were together. And I felt closer to him, and so I wanted to be here. And I knew that I was one of those people. I'm kind of the oddball, the odd duck, the circle that doesn't fit in the square. And I knew that there was no way that I would be able to go to a support group to deal with my grief and to deal with what was happening in my life. I just knew that that was not for me. So I started to journal, got into nature, was journaling, doing meditation. And kind of a long story short, when my husband had passed, I had spoke to a medium, and she said that it was my husband's time to go because I was becoming codependent on him and I was not fulfilling my life's purpose. So there's where they give me a course correction. And so I come back to my apartment. I deep dived into journaling, into meditation to discover, okay, what is my purpose? Well, I had only dabbled in meditation a little bit before my husband had passed, so I wasn't very good at it. So let me tell you, if you want to learn how to meditate, it takes practice, and you will get it eventually. And not everybody does the same. You know, you can walk in nature and just sit in nature and put your feet on the grass, and you don't have to sit and just with your eyes closed. Not everybody can do that, just so you know. So I deep dived into meditation, but I wasn't getting anywhere. And so then I had decided, okay, I'm just going to take the focus off of what my purpose is, and I'm just going to meditate and listen to sorry, I'm just trying to read here. Something just popped up on my thing. I'm going to decline. Sorry. I got people wanting to hop on to co-host. So anyway, I wasn't getting the answers I was looking for, so I decided I wasn't going to focus anymore on what my purpose was. I was just going to basically just do my meditation, do my journaling, and whatever happened and whatever came would come. And so that's what I did. A couple weeks later, I started getting messages in meditation. And that's when I discovered that I had these abilities that I didn't realize that I had. I had abilities when I was a preteen, but they kind of went away. And so anyway, so if you're just hopping on or haven't been with me, we're talking about what is your purpose? Do you know your purpose, and are you on the right path? And I'm just kind of talking about how I discovered what my purpose was. And so I discovered mine through meditation, being in nature and just grounding and journaling, and it just kind of came to me. A lot of my married life, I felt like something was missing. Like I was being called for more, but I didn't know what. And I didn't know how to find out what, you know. I can remember saying many times to my husband, what am I here for? Why am I here? I mean, I was a mom, and and a wife, and I had my kids, and but I was missing something. So, okay, so I'll stop rambling now for a second. Oh, thank you. So can anybody here relate? I see some hearts. Anybody relating to what I'm saying? I'm just trying to read your... Okay. So I deep dived into meditation, into grounding myself and nature, and discovered slowly then, bit by bit, puzzle piece by puzzle piece, my purpose started to come to me. So if you don't know what your purpose is in life, that's a good way. You can relate a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Do you want to expand on that? In which ways can you relate? I'm trying to read your name. I apologize. I don't have my readers on. Sure. Okay, go ahead. This is I'm an open forum here, so if you got something to share, please do. In what ways are you relating to what I'm... While you're putting that, if you're just joining my live, Spirit wanted me to hop on tonight and talk about what is your purpose. Do you know your purpose, and are you on the right path? Through the years, ever since I was born, I always wondered why I'm here on this earth and why. Okay, that's a good start. Have you gotten further than that? Like, have you tried to dive into... And I totally relate to that. Yeah, that's how I felt, for sure. What was my purpose? Why am I here? That weighed on me, especially when my kids were younger. That I really struggled with that. So have you gotten any further than that? Is it Trinity? I'm sorry, I'm trying to read your name. I don't have my readers. I should have them out here with me. I apologize if I didn't get your name right, by the way. And the biggest thing is, too, is connecting. Okay, my purpose is to achieve my dreams and goals and to find out what life has for me. Okay. That's good. Okay. Did I say it right? Trinity? Okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't slaughter your name. I'm blind. I'm old. Oh, somebody's not happy. We got a screaming kid somewhere. The biggest thing is, to discover, you have to get in the quiet, connect with the divine. The divine will give you answers if you got to connect with them, and it makes it hard to do that in this world when you're... Sorry, we got neighbor kids coming out now. When you're not quieting your mind and you're so connected to the world, TV, radio, music, headphones, finding quiet is extremely important. When I went into therapy, it kind of opened up my eyes a little bit. Okay, well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Anybody else got anything to add? We got a screamer somewhere. Okay. So I have some more notes of just things that Spirit wanted me to talk about. So we talked about meditation, obviously. Meditation is a great tool to use. Trump's tie, hi. Meditation is a great tool to use to go within, to connect with divine. Hi. To get answers. If you're looking for some answers. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Slow down. You know, we get so busy in life, and we don't stop to listen to the divine and get the answers that we're looking for. So if you're just joining, we're talking about I Connect with Spirit. If you're not familiar with my page, and Spirit wanted me to do a live and talk about, do you know your purpose? Do you know if you're on the right path? Does your amazing tie distract me? I can't really see it, to be honest with you. So, no, I've got kids and I can hear neighborhood stuff, so it's amazing, believe you. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Okay. So, like I said, if you're just joining, we're talking about, do you know your purpose? Are you on the right path? I was not. The divine did a course correction for me. I was with my husband for 32 years. And they were like, nope, you're on the wrong path. And I had to go a different direction. So, anyway, I'm glad to hear that it's amazing. Trinity, are you still there? Do you have anything else you wanted to add to the conversation? Has anybody else had their... you're here? Okay, there you are. Anybody else here? You sent him to Jesus? Well, I didn't send him. He sent himself. If you're talking about my husband took his life in September. Yeah. So, yeah. I believe now. I still don't know what my path is. Okay. And this is part of my purpose, is to help people to figure out what their path is. And like I said, you know, it's going to be inside, Trinity. It's going to be in you. You have all the answers you need inside with the divine. So just, if you go inward and ask divine for help and for guidance, and, you know, even if you just ask them to reveal, you know, little by little. And that was something else that I forgot to talk about, that Spirit wanted me to talk about tonight, is that I didn't get all the answers at once, right? They came little by little. So as I would meditate, I would get a little piece of the puzzle, and a little piece of the puzzle, and a little piece of the puzzle, and a little piece of the puzzle. And that happened actually for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then all of a sudden one day I was meditating, and it was first, to be honest, my husband sent me a song, because I get, Spirit sends me songs, and my husband sent me a song. And it's hard for me to explain to you how I know that it was my husband that sent me a song, but my husband sent me a song. And give me a second, because it's been a couple months ago. It was that's what it was. So I'm sitting in meditation. I didn't get anything in meditation that morning. As soon as I kind of was coming out of meditation, all of a sudden I could feel my husband sending me a song. And he sent me the song, If I Could Turn Back Time, by Cher. And I sat there and it was the craziest thing. I don't know how to explain it to you, but so I'm getting this song, if you could turn back time, right? And I realized, no. That's the song he sent to me, and I realized, no, I couldn't. As much as I loved him and I loved our life together, like I said, we were together for 32 years, it all made sense. Everything in my life that happened had to happen. It happened for a reason, and it had to happen exactly the way that it happened. And I couldn't turn back time. And I apologize if I get emotional, because in order for me to know where I was going, it all had to happen, and it all had to play out. Even his death, all of it had to play out exactly how it did for me to get to here, right now, where I'm at. Does that make sense? And that's something that I learned in this 10-month journey, is that it didn't happen to me, right? For months, a couple months, it was like, why is this happening to me? You know, I've been a good person, and I do good, and I always try to treat people how I want to be treated, and why is this happening to me? You know, that's what we always say when we think bad things happen to us, right? It wasn't, and then I discovered it didn't happen to me. It happened for me. The divine put me on the path that I needed to be on because I wasn't on the right path. I wasn't fulfilling my purpose in this lifetime. And in order for me to fulfill my purpose, I had to lose my husband, unfortunately. I had to go through every single thing that I went through. Losing my husband, everything I went through in my life before that, I had to go through that. And one of the things that I learned in that process was, like I said, is I had to go through it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I had to go through it to know that I could come through it. And I hope that makes sense. And so, like I said, I got this message, and it was so bittersweet, because he's like, if I could just turn back time, and I'm like, but we can't, right? And I had to go through that moment of losing him like I did, exactly how I did. It all had to play out exactly how it did for me to understand my purpose, because I'm here to help people. And in order to help people, I had to go through that. I hope that makes sense. And I know I probably repeated myself a couple times there. But sometimes we have to go through it to know we can come through it. And so that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me. And one of the first messages that I got in meditation from Spirit was, what heals you will heal others. And so that was another reason why I had to go through what I did. It's because for me to fulfill my purpose in life, I had to go through that so I can help other people who are going through the same thing. So, cool. so you get understand. Yeah. Sorry, we got family here. We're going in and out the door, and it's no big deal. So, anyway, let me just look at my notes. It's starting to get dark here. See if there was anything else that Spirit wanted me to convey. Let's see. I can't read my writing. It's almost too dark. Sorry. So if you're just hopping on, we've been talking about I connect with Spirit. That's what my page is about. And so Spirit wanted me to do a live tonight to talk about, are you on the right path? Are you fulfilling your purpose? I was not. I was married for 30 years with my husband for 32 years and discovered that unfortunately it was my husband's time. I believe that with all my heart. It was my husband's time to go. That he was only here for the time he was here to help me fulfill my purpose. Unfortunately, I was becoming codependent on him and I wasn't on the right track. Yep, their Spirit's always with us. And that's another thing that I hope to get across to people now that I connect with Spirit. I actually can talk to my husband now. I mean, anybody can talk to your loved one. I can hear him. I can connect with him now. And the veil is so thin between us. And certain times of the year, it's even thinner. And what I'm discovering is that, you know, we think that they die, right? And as Christians, you know, we're all taught, if you're Christian, I grew up Christian, you're all taught that your soul continues on, right? And it does. So basically how I look at it now is you lose your meat suit, right? You lose your body. When they pass, they lose their body. Their soul continues on, right? So really, they continue to live on. They're just not here in the physical world. Sorry, I'm just trying to read comments here. And so I hear all the time from these loved ones that come to me because I've been channeling people's loved ones for, 4 or 5 months now. And the biggest thing is that they tell me is they're here, they're with you. You know, when you're driving in your car, and I have to share this, my daughter's sitting out here with me. I have to share our experience this morning. So this morning, my daughter had took me to work because since I lost my husband, I lost all my earthly possessions. So I no longer have a car. So my kids are being so great and helping mom get to where she needs to go. So my daughter's taking me to work this morning. And we get in the car. And my daughter turns the car on and turns the radio on. And the song that starts playing is, what was it again? Tell me, Britt. Sorry, I'm tired.
Two Little Birds.
Two Little Birds.
It's Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Every little thing is going to be all right. Right?
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Okay, well, before, if you're not familiar with our story, my husband was in the hospital for 88 days. About a year before he took his life. Sorry, my nose is itching all of a sudden. So anyway, we get in, Two Little Birds start playing when we get in the car. And her and I were kind of stressing a little bit this morning. And I know that was her dad and my husband. Every little thing's gonna be all right, right? And it's just, they're sending you signs all the time. Just people aren't aware, right? So you think because they're not here in this physical world that, you know, that they can't communicate with you, and they can. It's just people aren't aware and don't pay attention. You know, so if you're riding in the car and all of a sudden you start thinking about your grandma, your mom, or somebody who's passed, they're with you. That's why all of a sudden they don't just randomly pop up in your head for no reason. Good song. It is a good song. And the reason why that song is so special to us is, like I said, my husband was in the hospital for 88 days. And that song is what got me through every day. Every day I listened to that song, and that song is what kept me going, to keep him going, to get him out of that hospital. So it's a very special song to my family. So yeah, so they're sending us signs all the time, you know. Butterflies and numbers, angel numbers are huge, you know, but songs and like I said, you know, those random things don't just pop up in your head. And people think, I don't believe in coincidence. So, you know, as soon as I learned that there's no such thing as a coincidence, things started to appear to me, and it was like, wow, you get it. It clicks. So, anyway, I don't know if anybody has got anything else to add. I also wanted to just mention while I'm on here, I'm working on subscriptions. I can now have subscriptions, so I'm trying to get that all figured out. I don't know if anybody's interested, if you're familiar with my page. Spirit keeps telling me that I need to do this, so I pretty much, at this point, I live my life by my intuition and what Spirit tells me. They're my guide. So, and they're the ones that said I need to be on social media. So, and I think I have a video about that. So if you're not familiar with that, it's magical. All sign comes from animals' numbers. Yep. Exactly. So my advice to you, Trinity, is, you know, if you really, really want to know what your purpose is and your path, get quiet, connect with the divine, and ask them. You know, you can outright ask them. You know, there's mornings where I get messages pretty much daily. Excuse me, I didn't have a message out. Pretty much daily, I get messages, and sometimes, you know, they'll send me a song, or like, not even a song. I'll get like a line from a song, right? And I'll be like, what the heck? You know, it's like a jigsaw puzzle sometimes, putting together what they want me to know. And what I'm learning is, if I don't know, because sometimes I'll know the lines, like I'll know who sings that, and I can figure out what they're trying to tell me. And there's other days where it's like, okay, Spirit, make it clear. It's okay to ask for more. Tell them, I need more, right? It's okay. I need more. And so, Trinity, when you're on this journey of looking for your right path or your purpose, you know, but also know that it's okay too if they just kind of breadcrumb you, because sometimes there's a purpose why they're doing that too. Because I think sometimes you got something else to learn, like me, right? They were just giving me little pieces of the puzzle at a time, and I think that was done on a purpose, right? So just know that, okay, well, they give me this and I don't know why. It's okay. You know, what's a great resource for me is a notebook. Get a notebook every day, write down the date, write down what they do give you, right? And then it keeps it fresh for you. I don't know how old you are. I'm 49. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. So for me, a notebook is a great thing. And just write down what they're giving you. If they give you, you're 21, so yeah, you got a nice fresh mind. But still, I'm just saying it's a great resource for you. What's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. Belated birthday. What is today? Today, Wednesday, Brittany? My days are all mixed up.
Yes.
Well, happy belated birthday. So yeah, so, you know, don't get discouraged if the divine is just giving you, you're welcome. Aren't you supposed to be out drinking? Not necessarily. Oh, on Monday. Maybe she's not a drinker. I'm not a big drinker myself.
Her birthday was Monday.
My grandson's birthday was Monday too. So you share the same birthday as my grandson. He just turned 16. My oldest grandson. So anyway, So where was I? So if the divine is only giving you little puzzle pieces, it's okay. Take that little piece, take the next piece, take the next piece. You know, it's kind of like when my husband passed away, you know, and people said to me, just put one foot in front of the other. And it's so true. You know, just take it one piece, one step at a time. But definitely, you know, people got to learn, you know, and this is the biggest thing that I've learned the last couple of years. If you want answers, turn off your TV, turn off your music, turn off, you know, well, I prayed and I didn't get any answers. Okay, well, you prayed, and then what did you do? You turn on your music, you turn on your TV, you know, you're in this world of distraction, but I didn't get any answer. Maybe you didn't get any answer because you can't hear. Right? Oh, well, thank you. Nice tie. So yeah, so you know, sometimes we can't hear the answer because we're not listening. Right? And that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned is, you know, you can't ask the divine for guidance and then turn on the TV or turn on the music and go out into the world of distractions and expect to hear the answer. So, just a good little tip there, right? You know, turn off the distractions of the world. Nature is a huge thing too. Get out in nature. Ground. Trinity, are you familiar with grounding? Getting out into nature. Take off your shoes. Walk in the grass. Get your feet in the dirt. Do you hear ringing in your ears sometimes? Yes. That is messages coming from spirit. Left ear sometimes is a warning. Right ear is generally they're trying to tell you something. Okay, so I'll get back to grounding in a second. Let's talk about the ear ringing. So left ear is generally they're trying to warn you of something. And it depends on the pitch too. Right ear, they're trying to give you downloads. They're trying to talk to you. And people are like, oh, my ear is ringing. Yeah. So maybe turn off the distractions of the world. Get out of the distractions of the world. Get into nature. Get into quiet, whatever it may be, meditation. And listen. Because spirit, your ancestors, whoever, is probably trying to give you a message. Okay? Okay, so let's hop back to grounding real quick, Trinity. So grounding is connecting with nature. You hear it sometimes? Yep, somebody's trying to talk to you. You need to figure out what it is. And listen to your intuition. You know, when you're in nature, quiet, whatever, listen. You'd be surprised. It'll come to you. Okay? So grounding, get out into nature. So if you're somewhere where like you're on a beach, go to the beach and walk barefoot. Ground yourself. We are made of energy. And that's how, what is the word I'm looking for? I apologize. I have fibromyalgia and I look for words. So I'm going to ask my daughter here. Brittany, what is the word I'm looking for? Recharge. That's how you can recharge. Okay? So if you need to recharge, you're struggling, grounding is amazing. What people don't understand is we're made of energy. So is the earth. The earth is made of energy. Everything is energy. Okay? So if you're really struggling, maybe mentally with something, go ground yourself. If you're by a beach, walk on the beach barefoot. Go walk around in the grass. Get your feet dirty. Ground yourself. What a lot of people don't realize is I'm going to kind of get off topic here for a second. That's why they put soles on our shoes. Powers that be don't want us grounding. They don't want us recharging. They don't want us connecting. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to go off on that tangent. That's not my purpose on here tonight. So, Okay. If you're here, anybody else got something they would like to add? Hopefully you can hear me. I apologize. I think I had my hand on the... Can you hear me? Because I had my hand on the underneath my phone. Sorry. You can hear me? Okay, good. And now I no longer can see my notes. I'm sitting on my patio. So it's dark. I don't have a light out here, so. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up for the night. It's been a long day for me. If you're not familiar with my page, check it out. I think I have a lot of good videos on there. Talk about my story. You're welcome. I'm supposed to be getting on more often, Trinity, so look for me. No problem. That's my purpose. That's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here. So, follow my page. I am on Instagram also. I cannot tell you what the thing is because I'm very technically challenged. But you can find me on Instagram under, I think it's under Renee Borgelt, my name, Renee Borgelt, Borgelt. And I think that's on my TikTok, so you can find that. But I have a lot of good videos that spirits help share with me. I appreciate that. And if you guys can share, you know, I'm trying to build my followers, and this isn't for what most people want followers for. I want followers because I want to get my message out there. If I can help somebody, if I can help somebody not go through what I went through with my husband who took his life, you know, if I can make somebody's day or save them from doing what my husband did, then this is my purpose. Okay? Helping other people find their purpose, that's also my purpose. So, yeah, so if you haven't checked out my page, please do follow. I can't necessarily follow you back. I'm really close to the... I didn't realize you can only follow 10,000 people. Crazy, huh? So, spiritual guidance. Yep, that's pretty much what my purpose is. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out subscriptions now, so hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be getting those. I will be keeping those really low cost. I know what it's like to struggle right now. I've struggled a little bit since my husband left, so I understand. So there'll be a low cost subscription, but Spirit tells me I have to do it. So when Spirit tells me I have to do something, I got to do it. So that's why I'm on social media. That's why I'm here. And yeah. So I try to do a video every day if Spirit gives me a message in meditation. So you can check those out. And I hope you have a great night. Sure. What is that? Go ahead. Let her rip. What do you got? I can't guarantee it. I can't guarantee I can answer everything. Obviously, I don't know everything, but what's your question? Sometimes when I'm in an environment, my body warns me. Okay, yep, that's your intuition. And what people don't understand is we were given that intuition. That is your internal guidance. And I'll tell you right now, there's 2 times in my life that I didn't listen to my intuition. As of my adult life. 2 times. My husband got sick. My husband got sick with pneumonia at the end of 21. And it was the week before Christmas. And I was going to go back to my hometown, which was 8 hours away, to pick up my mom. And my intuition said, I actually heard a voice say, do not leave him. And I didn't listen. And it was a day out and a day back. And by the time I got back, my husband was really, really sick. And I didn't listen to my intuition. My husband ended up in the hospital. Ended up being there for 88 days, had 2 strokes, blood clots, a whole plethora. Had to learn how to live his life all over again, right? One time I didn't listen to my intuition. Second time I didn't listen to that was the day that my husband took his life. I was down the road at my brother's doing some painting. We were staying in my camper at my mom's. And I saw my husband out the window. And my intuition said something wasn't right, and I just kept painting for about another 10-15 minutes. And I walked down and he was gone. 2 times. Always listen to your intuition. That's what you have it for. That is your guide. That's why you have it. So if you're in an environment ever and you have a warning light going off saying this is not safe, listen. Listen. Your body was built that way for a reason. What people don't understand is source, God, universe, whatever it is you believe, you were created perfectly. Okay? You were created with that intuition for a reason. Listen to it. Always. Always, always. And your first instinct, because that's your intuition talking to you. So if your first instinct is, I used to tell my husband when we were together, and I didn't know I had these abilities, right? We'd be driving down the road and I'd be like, turn here. And he'd be like, what? I'd be like, turn here. I don't know why, but we're not supposed to go that way. And I didn't know why. I didn't know I had these abilities yet. I didn't know we weren't supposed to go. But thank God my husband just trusted me. And when I told him, I said, we're not supposed to take that road, go this way. He listened, and obviously we'll never know because we didn't go that way. But, yep. Okay, well, I'm going to hop off here. It's been a very long day for me. And, like I said, if you're not following me, follow my page. I have a lot of good videos on there. Share. Thank you for hopping on. Happy belated birthday again. I hope you have a great night. I hope everybody has a blessed night. Hope everybody sleeps well. And I'm going to say good night.